Hello everyone and welcome back to the Long Dark. When we left off, we were bringing stuff back from Timberwolf Mountain I keep trying to say camp out. It's the community hall in Pleasant Valley. And we're probably going to end up doing that same trek again. But we're also going to end up taking a slight detour over to the Red Barn, so we can make ourselves a new bow, which it's still a little bit too early for that. I wanted to make sure I was carrying what was needed. We don't really need to be carrying that around. Just stick it over here for right now. Kind of debating on, we have enough wolf pelts. We could actually make a wolfskin coat, and I'm kind of thinking that's going to be a good idea. I just didn't know if I had any more guts I had anywhere, but it doesn't look like I do. Everything is in a lot of disarray because I haven't been very good about what I'm putting where. But anyway, we are going to kind of delay a little bit and see what the morning will bring and go from there. I can't sleep. I can pass time but can't sleep. Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll sleep a little bit just so our energy is at 100%. And then we will go out this way. I really need to be doing that. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to kind of make our way this way. And I don't know why I chose that direction. I can't actually get there from here. We'll get there. I'm just making it harder on myself than really necessary. So yeah, we're gonna make our way to the Red Barn so we can use the workbench that's there. And I was really hoping to avoid this wolf for this turn, and it should be okay. Every time I turn, it turns. We can go and make ourselves a new bow. And we can start the journey from there. Oh, I was really hoping to avoid them, but didn't do a very good job. Oh. That was unexpected. Okay, well, let's hurry up and fix that. Must have been right along that particular trigger point. Oh well. Taking a couple injuries, we really didn't need that, but here we are, so it's just really I should take a second. I only have one bullet left. have gotten that done for the day. So yeah, the goal is to get to the red barn to make a bow, and if we have enough left and we can make a wolfskin coat, we'll stay there to do that. And then after that, we'll make our way to Timberwolf Mountain to collect the rest of the stuff that we left behind. And then we'll come back here and we'll start making it, we'll start taking everything to Mystery Lake, which will be the last, I'll go to the camp office then. So yeah, it's all very relaxed, but we're just gonna do what we need to do. The weather is being very kind at the moment. Kind of tempted to take out a couple of these rabbits. I mean, they don't even register I'm here because I'm so close to them. I think we're going to. Oh, I missed. It's a shame. Try again. Did not quite see where that one went. There it is. Okay, now we'll do a little bit of a run. I mean, nothing's around here at the moment anyway. There's another rabbit over there, so hang on. Whoop, I see a wolf there. Let's see. Really didn't pack enough food with, or water for that matter. I don't think. Did I make sure I still had a... Yeah, I am so underprepared. I didn't even remember to take a cooking pot with me. Survival the incorrect way. It's alright. Well, let's see, do we have any cans? No. Didn't know if we happen to have one around here somewhere. Doesn't appear to be the case at any rate. Okay, so yeah, we'll just have a little drink and guess we'll deal with the water issue when it's a problem, which we might just end up walking back to the community hall and getting what I should have from the beginning. We've got plenty of, and we will just drop these. And we'll set them here to cure. Let's see, it takes 2 guts for that, and we were 2 guts short if we wanted to make both things. And I have about 5 hours to make this, so let's do 2 for the moment. Oops. Kind of get our water back up. We can always drink some coffee if we're in too dire of straits. I really just wasn't paying attention like I should have been. Was more concerned about having a bow, which at least now we do have a bow. Just don't think that there was any random cans. Or if there was, it's quite possible I already picked it up, but you know. Anyway, we can still take a little bit of time and yeah, I didn't even pack enough, anything. I guess what we're gonna do is we're just gonna leave all this rabbit meat here. And, I guess we can just get some food this way. I'm not really worried about hoarding any specific type of food because I don't really want to waste either of those if I had to pick. Just sleep for a couple of hours. I know we're going to end up running out of water because I'm just so underprepared. Well, it's probably just better to use up the coffee. I mean, we'll find more, and if we don't, we don't. Just wait for a while. We're gonna be thirsty. It's just how it is. I was ill prepared. Let's wait one more hour. Okay, at least should be able to get where we need to go. I was just very ill prepared. Just not doing a very good job with my, with really anything at the moment.
Need water.
But at least as mistakes go, it's pretty minor. I mean, we don't have that much further to go until we're at safety, so we'll be okay. It was just a little bit foolish on my part. I thought I heard a wolf in the distance, but I don't know what that actually was. I mean, because sometimes it can be a little bit further down, which... Actually, right there they are. See, they are a little further down than normal. Which, at the rate I need guts, I may not be averse to seeing about taking them out. Of course, I say that. It's quite possible I'll do a very poor job of it. That was almost comical. Anyway, I mean, I know I'm gonna end up losing more health doing this, but we're gonna go for it anyway. The lighting is just so nice and soft. I mean, that's gorgeous. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Okay, that was kind of a silly little misadventure. I mean, we did get the bow we needed. I just was ill prepared. Go ahead and drop the guts and the hide here. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and we'll drop all of these because we don't need them at the moment. Pack up a few more bandages because I seem to keep making plenty of errors. I mean, I know I really shouldn't be using the MREs, but at the same time, we have so many supplies that, you know, we're gonna have to use up some of this stuff or be drowned in supplies. Alright, so let's take the dog food and the milk. I'll take 2 more of those and the cook pot. That'll be enough to get us where we need to go. Still just loving the way that looks. It's just gorgeous. this, I mean, I know the other way is probably faster, and considering where we were, it would have been faster. But we're kind of doubling back on ourselves so much at the moment. There's really no harm in just going this way. Realistically, we can just keep following the river if we wanted to. And I think we will. We'll just enjoy the scenery and kind of be calmer about it. See if we can actually have a moose spawn around here. Still don't actually know where the spawn really is. Just kind of calmly walking down the river. I mean, there is a little cave down here, but to my knowledge, there's never anything in it. We'll take a second and just kind of... That was a really strange... I'm not actually comfortable with that at the moment. It was almost like something was breathing in there, but I don't see anything, but then at the same time I didn't want to... Yeah, anyway. We're just gonna keep walking. I'm starting to overthink things, and that's always a problem. Should be a little bit more cautious. Because the bear might walk through here at some point. I just don't know where they are in their walk at the moment. Either way, we're heading in the right direction, so at least it's a little bit different from the last walk, so it's not like the same scenery over and over again. Try to keep it a little interesting. I know sometimes there can be a wolf in this area. I just wanted to make sure they weren't going to be like right at the top of the hill. I don't like it when they bark in my ear. Is that them over there, or was that a stick? Just a log. It's fine. We're really walking into the wind at the moment, so it's walking very slow. See, if we walk at a slight angle, it's a little bit better. Some ptarmigan there. And it's a little bit better if we walk at an angle. I have this slight feeling that I have actually gone slightly off in terms of where I wanted to go. It's okay, we might be doing a tour in a little bit wrong direction, but now we're good. I just started to overthink, because there's the point of disagreement, so we need to go this way. There's the wolf, who I think we're just gonna deal with, because I really don't want to have to try to. Oh, there's two of them. That's surprising. Okay, well, no one's gonna interact. That's one. I don't quite know where the other one ran to. Over there, I think. And they shouldn't run too far, really. Yeah, it's up there. Okay. Should be able to be. Kind of wondering in terms of if we want to rest a little bit before we scale this or not. But we do have some coffee, so grab another one of these. Don't know if that'll really give us enough, but we'll try it. It's not too long of a rope. I mean, the crampons do help, so they let us use a little less energy when climbing. So yeah, at least we made it. Let's have another coffee just to make sure that we have enough energy to get where we're going safely. Can afford to be flippant with resources like coffee. Wouldn't do that on other levels, but this is very generous, so we can get away with doing that. It's fine. I'm really looking forward to being able to get back to Mystery Lake. I'd like to take a little bit of time when we're there and maybe do a little bit of fishing and just kind of get a few things in order. I feel like this has been a lot of just hopping from one region to the next without really feeling very, I don't know, like there's a long-term point to this. It just feels like rapid resource gathering, and it's not even like we're up against the clock or anything. But I mean, at the same time, I also do want to make our way to Broken Railroad and then the Far Territory so we can get the shortwave radio and start working on the Tales quest line. So there's a lot that I'd like to get to. And the cougar should be active relatively soon, I think. I don't remember what day we're on at this point. I don't really feel like looking. I feel like it should be pretty close. We'll know when it's active when the cutscene fires. There's a wolf over there. At least it's a regular one, it's not a timber. I'd still like to avoid it if possible, but it seems like every time I plan on skirting one way, they change direction, so we're just going to keep walking. And nope, they were very aware. Alright, come on then. Oh, it turned last second. Okay, this... quickly fix that. Okay, well that was how not to handle that. It's okay, we didn't take too much damage. I mean, it was enough, but we're okay. We'll do a check on clothes once we get to the mountaineer's hut. Just to make sure that we're not in too bad a shape. Which we should be okay. There's another wolf in front of us. We will have better luck taking this one down. I mean, I wouldn't mind leaving a few hides here to cure when we come back. You know, they'll be there. I equally wouldn't mind just being able to avoid them. Just wait a second. Let's see if we can. Nope. Not having any luck with any of this right now. Let's at least hope we can hit this one. Nope. Oh, the comically bad things we're doing right now. How not to handle wolves 101. At least we just got a sprained wrist off that, so I mean we will just stay here and we can just sleep it off. I mean, and we've got food and stuff, so we're covered regardless, so. But let's take a second and just check our gears. Yeah, I mean, our rabbit skin hat needs some work. And let's repair these socks. Yeah, the hat is really what needs to be repaired, but we don't have a rabbit skin pelt at the moment. Do you want to leave? Actually, I'm probably going to leave both those cans. Now that I picked that one up. We'll take, oops, I'm going to leave the one lantern just because. Oh yeah, here's a bunch of cured guts that we left behind, so we really do have enough to make a wolfskin coat if I had everything with me. Oh, and there's a lot of gear in here as well. Staying here overnight to kind of get our health back up a bit because I'm clearly making way more mistakes with things that are really necessary and trying to get overly injured, which, I mean, half health still isn't that bad. I mean, it's not in the red. Red's when you start to panic. But, you know, that's still not quite the way that you really want to be going about things. See, need 20 cedar for that, which we don't have. We have 4 cedar. We're gonna leave those, and we're gonna leave an accelerant, a couple books. Leave this much here just for sake of it. Okay, what have we got in terms of... Let's see, we already started eating some of this one, so we'll have some more. I mean, we technically do have birch bark tea, but... yeah, it's okay. We'll rest a little bit. Looks like the weather's thinking about going blizzard. And I think we're going to have this birch bark just to kind of bolster up our health, make sure it's at 100% in the morning. Okay, well, our health is mostly where it needs to be. I mean, it's a lot better. I was kind of hoping for 100%, but not quite. See if we can read a little bit by chance. It is the middle of the night. Oh, at least we're level 3 on fire starting now, so that's good. And we can probably get a little bit more going on mending. See, we've read all those. And I guess we can get a little bit here. And then we'll... sounds like the wind's either picked up or it's a blizzard. One or the other. Just get our meters at 100% and then sleep. And hopefully the weather will allow us to travel when morning comes. Oh, it's actually just really windy, but it's very bright. Okay. Gonna leave that there. That stuff stays. Let's see, all of these cured nicely. So have a little time after that. We're gonna leave the pelt and the guts. And that's pretty much everything. Looks like the wolf's down there now, so we can make our way back the other way. Try not to make too many mistakes in getting there, but we'll see. I seem to be in one of those moods where I just constantly get mauled. It looks like that wolf that attacked us very comically is up here. Which I'm kind of thinking it wouldn't be a bad thing to harvest them and then take the pelt back to the hut to cure. I mean, we'll be back someday, so it wouldn't be bad to have it. So I think that's what we'll end up doing. After we collect all these feathers. Didn't spawn any more feathers, I was hoping. I was ever hopeful. Either way, we'll just hurry up. We'll walk back over here, drop this off, and then go back the other way again. There's just no harm in having things in locations where it'll be cured and ready to go for us if and when we come back this way, which we will. I mean, we haven't even finished exploring the whole region, really. There's just so much I'd like to get to that it's kind of a run here, run there kind of time. But not to worry, we'll get to everything. Here, drop that off, nothing ever enters when the door is there anyway. They're not scripted to go that far, but I guess it just kind of looks nice to close the door. Yeah, I mean, we haven't really been good about finishing any region, including Milton. We haven't been back that way, which we need to. I mean, the cougar's gonna be an issue just where it's located. But, you know, we'll get there. I mean, we're gonna need to go there anyway once we have the shortwave radio. So we might just kind of wait and then kind of give that the once over in a more proper manner once we have the shortwave, so then we can kind of do all of that stuff related to that area in one shot. At least that seems like a good way to go about things. It's a good theory, if nothing else. But all in all, we are doing well. I mean, it doesn't feel as calm as I probably would like to do it. You know, I've been trying to keep moving and keep things interesting, but we're more than likely going to have a time where it's a little more calm. Maybe some basic resource collecting. I mean, it's kind of needed more in Stalker and higher difficulties, which I still have those moments where I feel like I should have done a Stalker run instead, but it's okay. We're gonna see how far we can get on this one. I mean, I do want to take time and make a wolfskin coat, which we now have all the resources for. So I got all the extra guts. So, you know, if we have that, that's at least more defense. Which I'm not going to say no to more defense. And, you know, we'll just keep going one little bit at a time. And we'll just do our best. I mean, there is so much to see and get to and do, and we're going to be coming back to certain areas. I mean, because we still do also need to go to Black Rock just to unlock the, I guess you would look at it as the second ammunition bench. I mean, we haven't been to Bleak Inlet either to unlock the first one. And meet Fluffy, which, I mean, we'll get to in time. I guess this is just kind of, you know, this was always meant to be a more relaxed way of doing things, and in some regards it is, and other times it just feels like it's a lot of rushing place to place. But hopefully we'll be able to explore everything, and I'd like to be able to get a complete map, which I really haven't been trying to do even in the areas I've been in. But we'll get there. But all in all, it's all good. The area, you know, the weather has been decent so far, which means we're gonna have to start. The next step will be taking things from here to Mistray Lake, which, you know, will take a while in itself, and we can leave some things here. I just like to kind of get things slightly more central. Because when we start doing the trader stuff, which is a whole other thing, we'll be going to Coastal Highway a lot, which is kind of what makes Mystery Lake so useful is because it's very central to everything. It's not that far from, Broken Railroad to get to the far territory. It's really close to where the trader is. But generally, this isn't half bad. There's just a lot I'd like to get to, and I just feel like I just don't have enough time to do so, which I'm actually thinking, since we have all this gear, I'd like to know if the prepper cache that's over sort of this way, sort of in this direction, if it, actually it's kind of more this way than it, okay, anyway, it's sort of one way or the other. I'd like to see if the prepper cache has anything in it. Which, even if it does have something, we're not really able to do much because we're really loaded down. Free arrow. I just would like to know if there's anything there. I really haven't been good about keeping track of which ones we have been to and which ones we haven't. But, when we get somewhere a bit quieter, or end up dealing with a blizzard or whatever, I was kind of taking that at an odd angle because I just wasn't sure. Sometimes you get a bear, which I think I can access where I want to go this way. Trying to give myself a sprained ankle. Which, there's the plane crash. I'm taking this from a very odd angle. I need to go, I think it's like on the other side of this. Just trying not to sprain myself. I hear a wolf. The only problem is I think I can't remember now if it's over there or if it's over here. The prepper's cache, I mean. Kind of overthinking it again. Actually, that's the cave I was thinking of right there. Which sometimes can be home to a bear. So yeah, I had actually was just thinking a little bit ahead of myself. I am heading in the right direction. I don't think anybody lives there in this run. Still not really gonna go look. It's not important at the moment. Okay, yeah, this one's abandoned as well. We'll just see what's actually here. Doesn't look like much. Couple cans of soda and a bandage isn't too bad though. Okay, so at least we know that one is also empty. So we've only had one so far that had anything in it. I'm just gonna try to run over here as best we can. I mean, since we're in this area where the plane crash is, poor frozen person. That Polaroid. Not actually sure which spot that is. I think it might be the main tower one. Yeah, I'm kind of debating. I mean, we're carrying quite a bit. We can also use the traveler if we wanted to carry even more. And because we can get back on the road and kind of take the long way back around. Just wanted to see, sometimes you get some saplings around here. I wanted to see. Don't see any. Which equally we can collect anything we find here and leave it in. There's a basement we can access that's not far at all from here. Now as we go and take a lot of clothes and stuff from people who were less fortunate. A distress pistol. I think that might be actually the first time I've ever found a distress pistol here. I'm trying to think. I don't recall ever having that happen before. Or at least not be very common. Oh, I guess there's a log under there. That's what this is. Looks so strange. There's usually not too much in terms of like actually super useful gear. I mean, it's not like there's anything like really nice, particularly on this difficulty. I mean, it's because you end up with so much good that's like really good anyway. This is kind of one of those locations that it's a bigger deal to go to when you're on Stalker or Interloper. I mean, it came out decently, sort of, for Misery, and the one time I attempted to go here first, considering the start point, but it ended up resulting in a shorter run because it just didn't work out well for me. But, you know, it might be one of those things that ends up being a better thing to do, like once you have a little bit better gear, you know, once you're a little bit better prepared. And not systematically freezing to death and trying to beat the first blizzard of the game. But this is, you know, much kinder, much easier.
Thirsty.
Oops, didn't quite mean to do that. At least it wasn't anything that was going to cause an injury. Let's see. Got a hat here. MRE and an energy drink. Nothing else that I can see. Is the suitcase, though. And we're gonna just go this way. We're gonna go to the basement that's here. There's a wolf around this way. I feel like the weather's gonna turn. It's gonna be smarter to kind of hunker down a little bit. Nothing like a really big delay or anything. There's some more birch. We're gonna leave those. There's the wolf. Is that two wolves actually, or is that a... No, I think that's just a... No, it's moving. That's a wolf. Okay. So at least it appears to be moving. Yeah, it's moving. Okay. Either way, I need to go where you guys are. So will somebody please register I'm here? Thank you. I'd really like to get that other one as well, and then I can just harvest the pair of them. especially because I can't actually see where it went. Okay, there it was. And it's still afraid of me, which is really not convenient. Not when I'd like to harvest them. I still don't know where they went. Okay, there they are. All right. Okay, come and get me. Okay, water, something to drink. It's one. It's getting a little foggy. Flare. Let's see, I'm gonna go over here really quickly and make sure I didn't miss anything. Which I did. There's a toolbox right here. But there's a body on that second one. We'll check that out later. I think what we're gonna do for now is go in here, see what we can find, and maybe kind of process some of these clothes we're carrying. So, you know, because we're carrying a lot of weight. Also need to get some moldy rabbit meat, which is really no use.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Go ahead and drop these things there to cure And we'll drop this to kind of care. Hopefully we don't forget it. It's right there. We should be able to see it and not forget. Just kind of eat up as much of this, odds and ends as we can. Just forgot we're carrying that. Get rid of that. Okay, that puts us in a good shape. We'll put this over here. And let's see what all we have that we don't need.
I need to find a place to rest.
At least we're getting a lot of this stuff taken care of. At least we'll be able to have a lot of stuff to take back. And then we can decide what we'll take for the next leg when we get there. We still have a lot to take apart, but we're gonna have to rest. So first let's have some more to eat. I mean, sodas are they never go bad technically, but try to at least use up the bad ones. They're never a risk for food poisoning, I should say. For whatever reason, they're not like other things that will give you food poisoning if they're low quality. Oh, and it's currently doing an aurora outside. Oh, we can turn the radio on for a bit. Why not? It won't play for very long, but I always found the music to be a nice touch. Okay, I'm gonna sleep a little more. Okay, that stuff is curing. We will take this with us. Let's eat a little something. Just kind of get our numbers, our levels in good shape so we don't have to worry about it for the trek back. Which, as you can see, we are carrying way too much, but should be alright. can see the farmhouse from here. It surely isn't quite the direction we're going in, but there's a rope this way. Which is probably going to use up more energy than it really should, but there's also a cabin down this way I'd like to look at, so we're just gonna enjoy the process of it. We can safely do the hop.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Alright, I know I'm carrying way more than I really should. I didn't see there was nothing in here, right? Okay. Okay, and we just have to kind of make our way kind of this way.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Another maple here. We'll go ahead and we'll grab this. I thought I heard a string noise. Guess not. I try to stay out of that birch forest as much as possible because it's just visually so hard for me. aside from that one deer, I don't really see anything at the moment. So we'll just make our way home. Well, our little temporary home for now here. Tell if this weather is considering going into heavy snow or if it's just looking pretty. Well, hopefully it doesn't go blizzard. At least it can wait to do that until we're back at the community hall. Be somewhere nice and safe. Just keeping an eye out in case we end up with some timbers in the area. Because if I remember correctly, when it comes to blizzards, they do not despawn like other things do. So you can be in the middle of a blizzard trying to survive that and get attacked by timbers. If I remember correctly. Which is one thing I just don't want to deal with. Thus far, I haven't seen anything that gives me a hint that they're rare. And thus far, really nothing's been around.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Okay, overloaded as we are, we did make it back in one piece, so that's good. Go ahead and drop all of those. Yeah, we have a lot of clothes to sort out. Which I think will take some time to do. There's really no, if we don't do it now, I mean, we'll either have to not do it or do it later, so. Kind of debating on keeping that, but really we don't need it, so we can just go ahead and process it as well. I mean, I'm not really fussed about using so much time because we have so many resources anyway that it's okay to kind of be a little wasteful with things. We don't need to measure every amount and worry. It's actually good to have excuses to use up some of this stuff because we have so many resources. I really should keep one pair of the shoes. We'll harvest these though. Oh, the trader's active.
What? What the hell? Someone there? Hey, hello? Radio check. Go ahead. You better say something or getting this damn thing fixed was all a waste of time. Come in. I say again, come in. Well, I'm just a fella on the radio for now. Been on my own. The lights, they fried everything. Or haven't you noticed, What, you been living in a hole in the ground out there? You're on the island, right? I haven't come across any. Well, until now. It's taken a long time, a damn long time to get this contraption working. The radio, I mean. But your radio seems to work just fine. Still there? Hello? Things are getting a little thin out here in the dark. I've got some stuff to trade. Not much, mind you, but Maybe you have some interest. Maybe we can work out a deal. If you can keep your word, that is. Trust don't come so easy no more. Not since the lights showed up. But there's you, there's me, and there's the ice. We'll speak up. There's a place, a little island off Coastal Highway. A dock, an old storage box of mine. We can use that to trade. You keep your distance, and I'll do the same. Got it? We're really out on the edge of it all, ain't we? Some people do well with it. Others go a little crazy. Still others go out in the world looking for crazy. Maybe that's you. Just a survivor. Like you, I guess. But I think you might not be from around here. You sound a bit different. Like those folks who wandered into town last week. No, that's wrong. It was a long time ago, wasn't it? I know the coastal regions best, but I've been around most of the island. Everyone's gone, as best I can tell. Something big happened. Historical, like, I guess. One for the books, my brother used to say. Well, most folks try and avoid them. Look, I try to keep an even keel and an open mind. But I can't stand a backstabber or a liar. Everyone gets a name, right? I had a name. Sutherland. Yeah, that's it. Sutherland. Whew. I need to wake up. Loopy tonight. What was it you said? An old system. Meant to keep folks connected. Whatever that means. I never had much use for them. Even out at sea. Just throw me overboard. That's how I... This one time... Lost it again. Never mind. I have my ways. Even from my boat. Stuff's just floating out here. Containers. Even some empty, drifting ships. Just gotta find it first. Yeah, I don't walk too good at all anymore, thanks to this driftwood I call my leg. But out here on my boat, I do just fine. World's a cold place. Trust comes slowly. You keep your word, I'll keep mine. Don't know what it was like for you before, but that's how I deal. Straight up. Too much for you? I had to get to sea. As soon as the lights showed up. Or a bit after. There was a storm and I couldn't get offshore. Can't really tell you why. Oh, but what's it to you anyhow? What are they saying, the others? Who ain't alone in this life? Suits me fine. still breathing. That's good enough for me. We all get to tell our own stories, right? This is mine. It's not much, but it's what I've got.
I know that was a lot of conversation, but I kind of figured it was worth, hearing his story without me talking over it. So let's see. We've got the first trader recipe, the last resort soup. Don't really need the cooking oil or the apples. And let's you can get 3 bags of salt, so we'll do that. So we need to get a battery, some cloth, some lamp oil, and then we can more than likely just do fishing when we're there, so that's going to be a good trade.
Time to buzz off.
I mean, we don't have to do it right this second. It'll sit there as long as we want it to. So yeah, that was kind of an unexpected little bonus of the day. But I think that's actually a good stopping point. At least it seems likely to be a good stopping point. And we'll be able to pick it up next time and start preparing on moving everything to Mystery Lake and getting everything sorted for the first trade with the trader. I want to thank you all for joining me this time, and as always, I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. So everybody take care of yourselves until then, and ta-ta for now.